VCR match. I saw accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
does Toei Animation hate Sanji? Many Sanji fans would say,
to this day.
Well, Mr. Vincent Chansard has a very interesting perspective on this topic, so let's pay attention to how he answers that question in this interview.
Does Toei hate Sanji?
It's amazing. Like you're bringing up everything we've discussed with our colleague, because we have like I don't know if you
banter, right? You guys banter all the time and you discuss, so it's just like
definitely like you've probably seen Ishitani-san, you know, like kind of like fighting with like
that was ridiculous. They were out of pocket. That was ridiculous. They shouldn't have done that. That was no.
Absolutely. I mean, it goes without saying. But like obviously with colleagues, we've been like, is there actually any like, is there something we should do differently? Because like obviously when it comes to like the top people in One Piece, the people who are in the deciding position, who attribute the scenes, who go like, you are going to do this scene, you are going to do this scene, you are going to do the storyboard for this scene. Obviously there is no agenda in this.
Right.
These people, like they're just like it's exactly. So like it could be, because like what I would say is that in 1.0 I didn't felt like this at all as a fan. Like the Sanji versus Queen episode had Akihiro Ota-san, had Torian-san. Like it had, you could say very much like the biggest name were on the Sanji versus Queen episode. So like I never really felt like this was a genuine concern. What I will say is that like as a One Piece fan, I like when you look at all the Zoro scenes and all the Sanji scenes, the name and look at the name of the animator who are on these scenes, like you can't help but notice an unbalance.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure from where it comes from, because I know for a fact that the people deciding who's in charge of each scene do not care about like agenda and stuff.
You sure about that?
My theory, but again, it's just a theory, an anime theory. It's like maybe I feel like because Zoro's scene tend to be longer and tend to center around narrative beats, like when Luffy, Kaku, and Lucci were together. Because it just happened to be where, you know, things are happening. Naturally, maybe the people who are in charge of attributing the scenes tend to give it to like more hype animator.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's my analysis.
So that's basically it for that part of the interview, and you could really see from my perspective that he really answers from the perspective of a fan as well as the perspective of a person working at Toei Animation, where the perspective, and you notice the word he uses is unbalanced, that he notices an unbalance of certain animators working on scenes with Zoro as well as other scenes with other characters like Luffy and Sanji. He notices an unbalance, so you could say that is more fuel to the fire, where persons definitely believe that Toei Animation really is not a fan of Sanji's character. While on the other hand, you could say that he is going from the viewpoint or expressing himself from the viewpoint of an animator, where he's basically saying that there's no really any hidden agendas with these animators when it comes to dealing with the character of Sanji. But that is just my perspective. I'm interested in your opinion. Do you think Mr. Chansard answered that question well? Does Toei Animation hate Sanji? feel free to express yourself in the comment section. And I'm going to leave for you in the description that part of the interview that was just shared with you about that. The answer to that question is found on the Twitter page of Brago. Yes, I think that's how you pronounce the name, Brago. But I'm going to leave the YouTube interview in the description for you to check it out. It's a very interesting interview on different other perspectives of Vincent Chansard and his animation style. And I'm going to leave for you on your screen right now, because we know that the Studio Ghibli AI art has been, a form of controversy among people. Some persons love it, some persons hate it. But we know that One Piece animator is not a fan of that Studio Ghibli AI art. And it's popping up, it should be popping up on your screen right now. Feel free to check it out, but in order for you to be able to access that video, you have to click on the subscribe button. And we are 9 subscribers away from hitting the goal of 300. So thanks in advance for helping me to reach that goal. And that's it. I'll go on.